tonight is, without question, perhaps the most popular actress in America. Say, I can't help noticing that the lights are all different. Yeah, look at that. I got a funny shadow on the side of my head. Well, I don't care. Make it up as we go along. The thing about Lucy is that in this city, and I don't know about your own city, her television reruns of the original Lucy show are shown 4 times every day. And on Mondays, they're followed by her current television series, which makes 5 times in a single day that you can catch Lucy if you happen to be here in New York. She's been in 76 motion pictures besides, and Roman Scandals was that one you saw a clip from. I got a couple questions to ask her about that, but she obviously is one of, if not the most popular women in the world. And in order to feed the insatiable appetite for Lucille Ball, here she is again tonight. Will you welcome, please, Lucille Ball. For your chair. Now, I've got to ask you, when did you stop making these stag films like we showed there? What about that?
Well, I still have the G-string. They took the wig back.
Those were wigs. So we can...
Those were wigs, and I don't know what number I was. I just saw it back there, but I was there.
And you didn't know which one you were?
Yeah, I knew, but I don't know what number it was.
Well, let's do something really
Oh, my
ingenious.
God, you're not going to show it again.
How can we deny the hungry audience this pleasure? I want to tell you something.
Not worth it.
Well, let's just see who you are, and when you see yourself, stop. You just roll. Let us take a second.
Stop what?
See the whole thing. Just yell stop, and we'll stop. Here it comes. And
where do I look?
Here it is.
I can't tell from here, I don't think.
Is that you?
No.
That was my guess. Is that? No. Any of those?
No.
That is.
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh, it was the one ahead.
Yeah.
We missed it. It was number, whatever that was.
3.5.
Yeah.
There were 2 like this.
I have to tell you something funny about that. I didn't realize till 2 days ago that you were in that film.
Why should you? You were a baby if you were born.
But I saw it in Nebraska. It was rerun, I guess. It came back years later. And that's the dirtiest look I ever got. And I thought it was about the most erotic thing I had ever seen because those ladies looked absolutely naked. Were you?
I had the G-string.
Yeah.
And the wig. Well, we were covered with the hair.
That those long tresses. Yes, a man in the balcony, in fact, asked during the break, apparently in a Busby Berkeley book, which is hard to say.
It's hard to say.
Busby Berkeley book.
Yeah, Busby Berkeley book.
It said that you were all naked in the making of that, and I thought it was funny because I know once you were on the show, you expressed very strong feelings about nudity in the movies and that kind of...
Yes, sir.
You know, I saw you once at a rehearsal of a television show, and I was nobody then. This was some weeks ago. And I looked over your shoulder, and at this rehearsal of this...
How'd you do that?
How did I look over your shoulder? I had a crane with me. That's how I did. Anyway, I wondered what you would do. You and Carol Burnett and I believe Zero Mostel were all in costume. And you were busily doing something, and I peeked over your shoulder. And you were playing some kind of elaborate word game. Now, why I would not figure you as the word game type, I don't know.
I love word games.
But that's...
I've been playing word games back there so I could wake up because I had to get up at 5 this morning to make the Today Show.
Oh, that'll knock you out.
It does about this time of day. I'm sort of like this.
Would you like a jolt or something?
No, thank you. I've been playing word games. That's my jolt.
What kind of word games?
What kind of a jolt would you give me? You got this chair wired?
Are you implying I couldn't give you a jolt? Well, now, what are we talking about?
I'll buy that.
You're... I'm lost now. Do you know what cross-collateralization is?
Hell no. What is it? I know what cross-pollination is.
Well, there's
What is cross-collateral?
it's a business term that I picked up in the... are your feathers getting to
Oh,
you?
God, yeah. They're not warm, but they get in my mouth. Go ahead.
They're driving... If you want to remove them or...
No, that's all right. What were you trying to say? I'm sorry.
Or if you begin to molt at any
Yeah,
time.
well, I'm doing.
You have this image of being a strong-minded businesswoman, as you probably know.
That's just an image.
Head of a corporation. And I picture you sitting at the head of a table saying, you're not pulling your weight, fatso, out of here. And
I do
like
a lot of crying before I do that.
I like to think of you that way for some reason.
Oh, you do not.
That contrast between...
No, you do not. No, I'm not like that at all. Whenever I've had to fire someone, I have many sleepless nights, and I have many times cried. Sometimes they've been, sort of no good, who's been drawing a lot of money and not pulling their weight, and then it didn't bother me so much. But I'm not that big a businesswoman anymore. I have my small company back. I got rid of all the studios, and we're very happy with the small company. I never liked being a big businesswoman, so to speak.
Were you kind of forced into it? You sort of
I inherited it.
Yeah. What does that mean, you inherited it?
Well, when Desi and I got our divorce, I was asked if I wanted to take over the reins. And legally, that's the way it had to be. That's the way we set it up. Yeah. And I didn't particularly, but... CBS was very kind and helpful, and I felt, very much at home with them. I've always been with them. And I'd been away for a couple of years, and it was nice to get back in the fold. And I had Monday night again, and it just happened. And then it was a success again, and that made me happy.
Do you preside at meetings, though, board meetings?
I had to then.
Sort of like a woman who's widowed suddenly and has to learn all the
Yes, I had to
things.
sit and listen for a long time, and I learned a lot. But I had some very, very trustworthy men that had been with me for many, many years, been with us. Yeah. And I just passed it on to them. Really, I just had to okay things because I trusted them implicitly.
You didn't take
I still do.
You didn't take night courses in accounting or things like that? No. You said hell.
That's right.
And yet I read that you wouldn't say son of a bitch, I believe it was, in the film of Mame.
No, you didn't. No,
Gosh, I could have sworn I did.
I thought to keep it in because it was inherent always in the original anti-Mame. Yeah. There are only 2 or 3 lines in Mame or anti-Mame. They've always been there. There was no reason to take them out, and to go for a supposedly G instead of a PG or something. It just wasn't worth it because they were the kind of really funny, earthy things that were in the picture. We didn't do the picture for just 3 lines, believe me. But I didn't object to them being in. I fought to keep them in.
Well, now you know that thing is attacking you.
Yeah, I know, but I can't take it off.
Why not?
Oh, because...
You've got to... After Roman scandals, anything goes. Listen, get some scissors, and I'll just trim it for you right here.
You'd love that, wouldn't you?
I know how you feel.
Devil.
I had to do a play in a beard one time, and I felt like it was going all over my face, and that everybody was looking at it. A false beard. And there are 1 or 2 feathers that are trying to go into your mouth.
I know, leave it alone.
I don't want to make you self-conscious about it. We'll be right back after this message.